Don't forget to turn the mic on. Hi, everyone. Audio should be working now. All right, so let's begin. You can see that we're a division of a company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. Constantia is a registered insurance company in South Africa. We are a regulated, audited, and listed business in South Africa. We've been in operation successfully for nearly 70 years. We were founded in 1952, so we've been around for a very long time. It's a business that you might not recognize because it's a company that's never dealt with consumers before. They've only ever dealt with other businesses, typically other insurance businesses. But for the first time through this division called DuePoint are we now directing our efforts towards consumers and the public. So this is a brand that you'll become a lot more familiar with. We are, as I said, regulated by the Financial Services Board. We have a number of financial services licenses that allow us to sell and advise on various product categories. So our FSP number is that one over there. You'll see all the licenses that we have up on display outside above the water cooler in our foyer. You can go to our website. You can go onto the FSCA website. You can go scrutinize those licenses. But it is important that from this moment on that this becomes the first step in building credibility and trust with this business that we're going to be speaking about, because what I'm proposing in this business presentation is a collaboration. It's a partnership, and a partnership cannot exist if there's no trust between both parties. And so do what you need to do go do a background check on us. If you're skeptical, no problem, go answer the questions that you need answered. The senior staff here at DuePoint are these individuals, starting with the three people on the far left, are registered chartered accountants in South Africa. We are indeed a financial services business, so we need a lot of accountants in the business. They look after a lot of the very important aspects of our business, namely the auditing requirements, our accounting requirements, a lot of the regulatory aspects they take care of. Brendan Benfield's our senior executive. He heads up this division. He's got a lot of experience in financial services, particularly in insurance, and he's had a lot of success in that industry too. He was the Chief Operating Officer of Prime Meridian Direct. PMD is only about 10 years old now, and they're the fourth largest short-term insurer in the country. So some wonderful pedigree in Mr. Benfield. Myself and Jane were the two non-accountants. Jane is very experienced in direct marketing and direct sales. Her experience is very important to us as a business because we are a insurance company, but the marketing channel that we've adopted is one of network marketing or referral marketing. And Jane's experience lends to the success in our network marketing aspect of our business. And then myself, I've been working in advertising for about 25 years. I ran my own digital agency for about 15 of those years. So I head up a lot of the marketing and the communications and the strategy with regards to that side of things in our business. But that's our team, our mandate to staff. So we've obviously got client service staff, we've got admin staff. The mandate of staff here at DuePoint is to support everybody that joins us here in this business. You should never ever think that you're alone in this business or feel that you aren't supported in any way. You just have to lean into that support. It is in our business interest to make sure that our partners are doing well in our business. We want to see people that join DuePoint being effective, most importantly being profitable, right? Because that's why you're here, right? Not here for your fun or just to come meet us and have free tea and coffee. And so we support you in that endeavor. We want to see people being profitable because really one of the greatest ambitions for us as a business is to see people empowering themselves, changing their lives, creating true wealth, right? And that's kind of what stokes our fire, but we want to see people doing it, and we'll support you in any way we can to see you be successful here at DuePoint. So very quickly, we look at the slide. You can see it's got debt as a word in the top left corner there. You know it's going to be a negative slide. We can reflect on our own experience of the economy, of debt, of being dependent on single sources of income, namely a salary, and all the risk that's attached to earning activity-based income. And our business, DuePoint, tries to mitigate a lot of that risk. We are well aware of the state of the economy, of people's personal finance positions, because we get statistics on all of that stuff all the time with regards to South Africa's population. And there are most certainly problems that need to be remedied. And we are hoping that our business will serve to help a lot of people get through a lot of that risk that we're going to find ourselves in as we go through life. But I don't need to tell you what pain you're feeling from a personal finance point of view. Everybody will have different reasons as to why they think DuePoint will be able to work for them. But on a macro level, on a larger level, DuePoint wants to solve a lot of the big issues that a lot of South Africans face. So 2.5 years ago, Constantia launched this division called DuePoint. We launched the DuePoint system with a number of aspirations in mind. The primary aspiration, and probably the common language here at DuePoint, is always focused around wealth creation. So our wealth engineers will know, we're always talking about wealth creation. And we have to start become discerning about, well, what's the difference between creating wealth and just generating more money? Right? And so people often don't know the answer to that. They'll say, well, if I earn more money, surely I'm now becoming wealthier. But that's never true, because we live in a very affluent area, probably the richest city in the whole of Africa, right here in Sandton, and you could have someone down the road here earning 250,000 Rand a month. But if they take the decision to go bond a 10 million Rand house and buy a 2 million Rand car, are they wealthy? They aren't. They're just making the financial institution wealthy. They are no wealthier than they were before. And so when we speak about wealth creation, what we want people to aspire to in this business is to leverage DuePoint to help them get rid of their debt completely. We want to see people in this business come up to us and go, today's the day that I became debt-free. 100% debt-free. And you can imagine what that feels like. To own your house, there's no bond on your house, there's no lease on your car, there's no debit orders coming off your bank account at the end of every month. Right? Imagine what that feels like. That empowers you now for the first time to start creating wealth, true wealth, because now you've got all this money that you can start putting towards purchasing and investing in assets. And that is where wealth lies. And that is the language that we speak here at DuePoint. We keep pushing people to try focus on wealth creation instead of being consumers. Right? And that's very difficult. I know for myself, I find it extremely difficult to not be a consumer, especially now that we're just at Black Friday, Cyber Monday, there's just discounts, it's coming to Christmas, right? Consumerism is at an all-time high when it shouldn't be, especially in our society. So how does this business work? As guests, you have the opportunity to join this DuePoint system, to join our business. Once you join us, we refer to you as wealth engineers. So that's what we call everybody, a wealth engineer, because that's what we focused on. As a wealth engineer, you've got a task, and that is to go out and build what we call a channel of distribution. So your task, your mandate is to go build what we call these channels of distribution, and DuePoint will market and sell our products into those channels of distribution that you create, right? It's basically you going out and telling people about DuePoint. That's all that we require. We pretty much take care of everything from that point of view. If you are successful in referring people to DuePoint, then there's a host of benefits waiting for you. Ideally and primarily, you get to create additional income for yourself, right? That's why you're here, is for the additional income. The nature of the income is focused around wealth again. We create what we call recurring income. It is the antithesis. It's the opposite of activity-based income. Your salary will end when you get to retirement. Your salary will end when you die. Your salary will end if you don't go to work. Right? These are all activity-constrained forms of income. At DuePoint, because we pay you for the channel of distribution that you created, not your activity, we pay you for the asset that you built here at DuePoint, well then, does the asset disappear when you die? Does the asset disappear when you are retrenched, when you retire? No, right? And that's why there's so much value in creating recurring income instead of pursuing activity-based income. But we will still invest 45 years of our life pursuing activity-based income, right? We're trying to get people to shift their focus on creating wealth instead of just chasing once-off, income-based, activity-based, commission-based, sales-based income. There's the power of duplication. This is a benefit you certainly want to harness as much as possible. It is your opportunity to go out and build a team around you that will effectively help you build a channel of distribution, a bigger, faster channel of distribution that will increase your recurring income. Our business is flexi-time. Just the technology that we have in place here at DuePoint allows you to build your channel of distribution through the mobile app that we have that runs on your phone. So you can pretty much build your channel of distribution anywhere in the country at any time of the day. There's no constraint, right? No startup capital required. We are a very low-risk business opportunity. We have a low barrier to entry. We want people to be able to consider and do this business without the fear of risk. That's very important, right? What that should say to you is that we have enough confidence in our business that we're not trying to smash and grab in the beginning. Right? A lot of businesses will do that. If people have got a very flaky business proposition, they can stand up and show you helicopters and Ferraris and tell you it's easy and you're going to be rich by December. But there will always be a high barrier to entry for those businesses. Those businesses won't come to you and say, oh no, it's low cost, low risk to get involved in this business. They will say to you, oh no, you need to put 4,000, 5,000, 20,000 in this business, because they know next month you're not going to be around. You're going to realize you've just lost all your money, right? No qualifications or experience required. Again, we make this business as accessible to everybody as possible. You get to build an asset. So this channel of distribution that you're building here at DuePoint, you have ownership over it. You have legal tender. It means you can sell it, right? So we've got wealth engineers buying and selling channels over the last 2.5 years. It means that when you get to retirement, it doesn't retire you. Your channel of distribution will keep paying you, because it's an asset that you own. It'll keep paying you through your 60s, through your 70s, through your 80s. We've got many pensioners in this business, right? We never retire anybody. And even upon your death, that asset doesn't disappear. You will cede your asset, your channel of distribution at DuePoint, to your children or to your spouse, and you will be able to pass wealth. The wealth that you've built over what could be 5, 10, 20, 30 years, you get to pass that wealth over to someone, right? South Africans have got nothing to show for the 45 years that they typically worked. They don't. People get to retirement or die, they got nothing, right? There have been articles. Over 90% South Africans can't afford retirement. Over 50% of South Africans can't afford to die. What does that mean? You can't afford to die. Who's going to stop you, right? But it just shows you the state of the economy, right? People's personal finance. There's no selling involved in our business, so this might confuse some people. When you go out and tell people about DuePoint, you're not telling them about our products. That is my job, right? I'm the only one licensed to talk about our products, myself and Brendan. Your job, your mandate is to go tell people about the business opportunity. They will ask you about products. You defer them to the website, you defer them to this presentation. You don't have to answer anything about products. You don't have to sell our products, right? This is a great thing. It means you never have to worry about having to understand the products or sell the products or convince people to buy products. What you're doing is just merely introducing them to this business, right? Then I will take over and tell them about the business introductory presentation. I'll tell them about the products, the opportunities, the rewards. They simply have to make a decision afterwards. You are only connecting people to this business. The nature of our products are financial in nature, which means they are intangible. There are no boxes of product that anyone goes home with. You don't have to store stuff in your boot. You don't have to worry about expiry dates. You don't have to store stuff at home in the garage, right? All the distribution and the stock gets taken care of in the cloud by IT systems. You never have to worry about it. And so that becomes very convenient in itself. But your success at DuePoint is dependent on your ability to build a channel of distribution. Begins with you going out, right? Once you become a wealth engineer and a product owner, you're going to go out and you're going to start connecting people. You might connect 10 people to this business presentation, and 5 will join, right? That is the beginning of your channel of distribution. From that point on, the power duplication starts to take place, because those 5 people that joined have become wealth engineers for the same reason you became a wealth engineer. And they will go out and start connecting other people. And that is where the power of duplication takes place. You want the people that you connect to this business to do the same thing you're doing, right? They will in turn help you build your channel of distribution, your asset value, and your recurring income will grow as a result, right? And so you want to build a good team. Not a weak team, not an under-resourced team. When you build a good team, you want people that have access to transport, access to data, they know how to use a smartphone, they've got email addresses, they're a little bit tech savvy, right? These are people that are ideally suited to do this business. And those are the people you want to find. Never become desperate and let anyone into your business. You're building your board of directors, right? Because that same behavior, if you have a weak behavior building your channel, you will build a weak channel. This will collapse. We've seen it. We've seen wealth engineers' channels collapse every other month because they bring in people that don't even have the resources to do this business, right? Build a strong business. We've got some wealth engineers that have done that perfectly, and I'll show you a couple of them in a moment. So that's what a channel of distribution looks like. A quick warning to you that success is not a linear line and is never easy. Our business is simple. We've designed it to be simple so that anyone can engage with it simply, but it's not an easy business. If you want to be successful in this business and any entrepreneurial venture, beware someone who comes to tell you a business is easy to do, right? They're lying to you. There isn't a business on the planet that is easy to do, right? If you want to be successful in this business, I am preparing you now, even at this stage. I'm saying to you, you have to be prepared for hardship. Because even our most successful wealth engineers still endure hardship. It is still difficult for them. But they're doing it because they've got a reason to do it, right? And that's why they proceed. So make sure that you are prepared for this. I'm going to go over our 4 products. We've got 4 financially natured products here at DuePoint. And they are designed, again, with wealth in mind. These are not arbitrary products, right? They're designed to either increase your asset value, to protect your asset value, or to help at least allow you to save every single month, right? So they're built with wealth in mind, with the necessity that South Africans have. It's not consumer-based products. All right, so the first product is Access Wealth. It's an investment product. It's going to cost you 324 Rand every month. 100 Rand gets invested into a tax-free investment fund. You've got full access to that fund. You can draw your money out at any stage. It takes us about 5-6 working days to process that transaction, but it's not a 30 or 60 or 90-day notice. You've got full access to your fund. On top of that, we give you 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident death cover. So if you have this investment in place and you're killed in any form of accident, right, even if your blood sugar is high and you get killed by hijackers, we pay out 120,000 Rand to you, right? Okay, so this is Access Wealth, the investment product. The second product is insurance only. It's called Wealth Guard. It's going to cost you 249 Rand a month, right? But this time you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident death cover. So you get a lot more death cover with this. No investment, it's just the death cover. And the beauty of the death cover, again, like I was being a bit facetious about earlier, is that it'll cover anyone. So between the ages of 18 and 70, you can take out this product. Doesn't matter what your health status is. It doesn't matter what your age is. The premium stays the same for everybody. All right, so it's a wonderfully accessible product. So when you go connect other people, you know that DuePoint's got a product for everybody. All right, you don't have to go, oh, I can't go to the 65-year-olds because they can't afford any of DuePoint's products. We've designed our products to be the same for everybody. All right. The third product is Family Wealth. So this is a family funeral cover product. It starts at 299. It gives you funeral cover to the value of 20,000 Rand. It includes up to 5 family members or dependents. You can increase your cover to 30,000 Rand as well as up to 10 family members if you want to. And the principal member gets 10,000 Rands worth of debt protection. So if you have liability, if you've got any money outstanding owing, upon your death we will pay that out. Even upon disability, we will pay out your premiums up to the value of 10,000 Rand with this product. Right? So you're getting the debt protection plus the funeral cover with this product. And again, it's accessible to everybody because between the ages of 18 and 70, you can get into this product. No discrimination against your health status or your age. The premium is the same for everybody. And this is a whole of life product. It means we don't cancel your insurance on this when you get past 70. You can get to 80, 90, 100. We will still honor the funeral cover that you have with this product. So this is Family Wealth, and then lastly we've got Wealth Points. Wealth Points is a product that's aimed to design, it's been designed to lower your cost of living. Think about your monthly expenses. We want to reduce those monthly expenses. So what we've done is for $2.99 every month, we've allowed you to partake in the discounts and the benefits that we've negotiated with a list of companies there. So we've got data partners, we've got grocery partners, we've got online retailers, we've got car manufacturers. Entertainer offers us half price at restaurants and hotels. So we've covered a very broad range of lifestyle kind of costs that we have every single month. This is a wonderful product. If you're looking for immediate benefits, a great product to have. And we are always looking to add new suppliers to this product, right? So those are the 4 products. If you're looking for more information, go to our website. The same facts are on the website, but there's a video for every product on the website that gives you a very in-depth review. But like I said, these are straightforward products. All right, very quickly, just to allow you to understand our business model and the differences between us and typically other financial service providers is the fact that we don't market or advertise DuePoint, right? What that allows us to do is it allows us to remunerate the people that help us grow our business, being you, right? So we take that budget that typically insurance companies spend on marketing and advertising, and we just reassign it to our wealth engineers. So we've got two programs here at DuePoint that you can benefit from, the returns program and the rewards program. Those are the two big programs, right? The most important is the returns program. This is the money that you get paid every single month, right? Is through the returns program. It is the most important program. It is based on a 27.50 Rand fee that we pay you for every product that you have in your channel. So remember the slide with all the dots on, what your channel could look like? Imagine getting paid 27.50 Rand for every single dot on the slide every single month, because it's recurring income, right? It's not once-off income. It's recurring, but it's dependent on where the product lies in relation to you. So the people that you personally introduce to DuePoint always fall on your first point, right? You are always building your first point. And on your first point, we actually pay you double the 27.50 Rand. So you're earning 55 Rand for every product on point one every month. When those people on point one go out and connect other people, that product lies on what we call point two. And on point two, again, you get paid 55 Rand for every product every month. And when those people go connect other people, that product lies on point three. And then you see the multiplier starts to drop steadily all the way down to point eight. By point eight, you're earning 4% of the 27.50 Rand, and we don't limit you there because you can carry on earning 4% from point eight, in theory, to infinity. We've got wealth engineers beyond point 30 already in the space of 24 months, right? You dictate how big you want this channel to be. This is all dependent on time and numbers. You take care of the numbers, time takes care of itself. We can't manipulate time. You have to be patient enough and be able to endure enough that you don't give up, so that you can watch your channel grow, right? So there's no limitation on the size of your channel. There's no limitation on your channel earnings here at DuePoint. No limitation. Think about that for a second. We don't limit you at all, right, in this business. The responsibility falls squarely on your shoulders. People still want to know and understand what activity is required to make a certain amount of money in this business. That's fairly important, right? You want to be able to assess, well, is my time worth it in this business? So this will give you a good idea. This is a projection over the next 5 years. It is based on the activity that we call 3 plus 2. The 3 represents your first month, right? So in your first month, we hope that you would connect 3 people successfully on your first point. And then every month thereafter, you only have to connect 2 people a month. So it's 3 in November, right? We're at the end of November. Call it 3 in November. Then you only have to connect 2 in December, 2 in January, 2 in February, 2 in March. You keep connecting 2 new people onto your first point into perpetuity. If you can do that for the next 5 years, after 6 months, in 6 months' time, you'll be earning about 2,500 Rand a month in this business, right? The question always is, well, is 2,500 Rand now worth my time? Worth 6 months of working, connecting 3 in the first, 2 every other month? Is that worth my time? But I want people to start thinking differently about the value of money, because if you make the mistake of looking at 2,500 Rand and going, well, I can't buy much with 2,500 Rand. That's not a lot of money anymore, right? With inflation especially. But that is the wrong way to think, because we don't want to think like consumers anymore. I want you to think like someone who starts becoming focused on creating wealth. And how do we create wealth? If we are indebted, if you have any debt, the first thing you do with extra money that you have is you put it into your debt, because there's massive value there. In putting money into your debt is the same as putting money into an investment. Did you know that? You've turned the 2,500 Rand into more than 2,500 Rand. And I'll illustrate it to you. So here's a bond. Someone who's gone to buy a house. Well, they haven't bought the house. They financed the house, right? R1 million. On a R1 million bond at prime plus 2 over 20 years, you're paying the bank back 11,500 Rand a month, right? We know the bond. For 20 years, you're going to pay the bank 11,500 Rand every single month. Hopefully you don't get retrenched in that time, because then you won't make a bond payment. And that's how a bond works for all of us, right? But you join DuePoint, and 6 months later, you're earning 2,500 Rand. And Rob says, put the 2,500 Rand into your bond. Pay your debt off faster. There is value in doing that. If you had to do that, put that 2,500 Rand into a R1 million bond, you wouldn't take 20 years to pay off the house. It'll take you 11.5 years to pay off the house. You've just saved yourself 900,000 Rand in interest that the bank would have charged you if you took the 20 years to pay. If you take 20 years to pay off any finance, the bank charges you 2.5 times the value of the asset. If you do it in half the time, the bank will only charge you about 1.5 times the asset. You see the value in paying your debt off as quickly as possible, right? It now empowers you to start investing in true assets. At 12 months, you'll be earning 9,000 Rand a month. That's 12 months away. This year, December, you could be earning an extra 9,000 Rand a month. That's 100,000 Rand a year. Who's gotten a 100,000 Rand bonus this year from the employers? Right? We all laugh. Right? Don't you want to ask the boss for a bonus? He's going to laugh at you. At year 2, you're going to be earning close to 30,000 Rand a month. At year 3, 50,000 Rand a month. Why? Because we're not paying activity. We're paying for the channel that you build. And every month you can build your channel to be bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. That's the purpose, right? To build an asset that gets bigger. That's how insurance companies work. They are always focused on increasing their book value. And that's where you guys come in. We're actually paying you a royalty of our book value, right? After 48 months, you're close to 70,000 Rand, and after 5 years, you're close to 85,000 Rand. That's about R1 million in annual recurring income. Throw your 100,000 Rand bonus away, come pick up the R1 million check every year. Now, this is academic, because this is a theory, right? It's a very complicated, so we had chartered accountants build this. We take into consideration the people that don't build, the people that don't even pay for their products, all the negativity. We still get to these numbers, right? But we've got people doing this business, and it's very important that we showcase the people. So if you go into our YouTube channel, under testimonies, you will see that we have hundreds of testimonies, people that have come and actually done the business. So we've got people on this journey already, right? So this month we're featuring a couple of new people in the business, so you'll see that they've probably been in the business for about a year or less. We've got Francina. She's very active in the business, been in 14 months. She's a local here in Johannesburg. Her channel value is sitting at nearly 3,500 Rand a month, so she's a bit behind, but if you go speak to her, she's had a couple of setbacks at home, right? In her day job, the setbacks would have cost her her salary. But at DuePoint, we don't pay for activity, we pay for the channel she built. So she can do nothing in December. We'll still pay her in December, right? So you see the work she's done. She's introduced 29 people to her first point. That's translated to 268 people in her channel. She's got 6 points in her business. Then we've got Paul. Paul is from East London. I think he's in Hazy View at the moment. He moves around the country, unfortunately. I think that bothers him. And he is involved very much in commission-based earnings, which has become very problematic, right? Because commission-based is activity-based income. So his channel value in the space of 9 months sitting at 3,500 Rand. He's introduced 26 people on his first point. That's translated into 193 people in his channel. And he's got a huge channel array. He's got 10 points in his channel. Then we've got Michael. Michael's a local here in Johannesburg too. He's been in the business for 8 months. The value of his channel sitting at just over 4,000 Rand a month. He's introduced 25 people onto his first point. That's translated to 109 people, and he's got 6 points in his business. Right, so we've got thousands of people joining this business every single month, and everybody is different. Everyone's different. We've got superstars. We've got people that just aspire. They just need an extra couple of thousand Rand a month. We've got people that want to get to 100, 200,000 Rand a month. Everyone's different. You're at liberty to decide what you want, because the system is identical for everybody. The only difference is the attitude of each individual wealth engineer as to what they want from this business. I've got a table here, and you can come grab what you want off the table. What you want, it's your decision, not my decision, right? It is your decision. Think about that for a second. You have to decide. You're at liberty. You can go crazy. You can say, well, I want 300,000 Rand. I want 500,000 Rand a month. Where do you stop? Where do you start to get scared? Where do you start to think, oh, that number's unrealistic? Or I don't deserve that number, or my belief system doesn't quite resonate with a number that big. Challenge your belief system. I'll tell you, you can have anything out of this business. The decision for me, though, is not so much what you want out of the business, but more practically, because from today you have to make a practical decision. How are you going to fit DuePoint into your life? Is it something that you can do full time? Is it something that you can only afford to do on weekends and maybe one day of the week? What does it look like? Because in this business, time is money. That's the only thing that we ask of people, is their time. You need to sacrifice time. So it might mean spending less time with your family, less time with your children, less time watching TV, less time relaxing, less time watching sport. You've got to decide whether it's worth giving those things up to start investing and building an asset with a business like ours. Getting started, very straightforward. You can become a wealth engineer in 5 minutes flat. That's how quick it takes to become a wealth engineer. It's a very simple process. Go to our website, click on apply, fill out the application form, you're a wealth engineer. Now you need to start applying yourself to the business. Go watch the training we've provided, right? A lot of the training speaks to setting goals for yourself. Where do you want to be in a year? Where do you want to be in 10 years' time? You get to decide what those goals are. But the goal has to be followed up by a plan. Can't just have a goal. That's fantasizing, right? The goal with the plan, now that's a whole nother thing. Now you're a man on a mission, right? Now you've set up an appointment with yourself in the future. Do that. And the plan is always simple. The plan always gets distilled down to how many people do you have to speak to every month. Is it about speaking to 10 people a day, or 2 people a day, or 2 people a week, right? That will dictate to you the plan, and the plan will tell you what you can expect to earn in this business. We've got the statistics and the track record. You come tell me how many people you're connecting a month, I'll tell you how much you're going to be earning in a year's time, right? We know the statistics. The statistics will play out over time, always. And it's all available in the training. You'll see it all reflected there. Get merchandise. This is a picture of credibility, right? When you speak, we will all know that we are all involved in this thing called life. People are judgmental. You will walk in the room and people will sum you up in 2 seconds, right? But this is a good thing. This is something we can manipulate, right? You can manipulate this. If I had to dress smarter than what I usually do, if I have business cards, if I have a notebook, maybe a fancy pen, people make the judgment of this person takes the business very seriously. They are a believer in this business. They're not trying to just get something out of me. They are a proponent of this business, right? Make sure you get merchandise. This is a tiny investment to make. This will make you more successful in connecting people, right? Get the business cards. That's probably the most important thing for me. Join our Facebook page. We're very active on Facebook. Join the YouTube channel. Download that YouTube app onto your mobile phone. We use that as the platform to live stream to the entire country 8 times a week. So leverage that as much as possible. It allows you to connect anyone to our business. Someone in Cape Town, phone them tomorrow, send them a YouTube link. There, they've just watched Rob live on the stage, right? As simple as that. So use the technology, and then make sure once you become a wealth engineer, download our mobile app. It reflects everything that's happening in your business, right? It is the heartbeat of your business. You want to be able to see what is happening in your channel, who's doing what, who's being good, who's being bad, whether you're being good or bad, right? Whether you're building quality business or not quality business, it's all reflected in the app. It gives you the vital signs of this business. So make sure the app is downloaded or installed on your smartphone. And then onto our rewards program. So this is the second program here at DuePoint. The rewards program is the cherry on top, because the returns program is the most important. That's the money you earn every single month. But we reward you on top of that for the success that you have here at DuePoint, right? So as a brand new person, you will start out as a rank 0 wealth engineer. You see at the top there, there's no rank 0. So you're not even on the slide. Not important being rank 0. You have to get to rank 1. How do you get to rank 1? You need 1,000 XP and you need 4 products in your qualified channel, right? That should be one of your first goals, is to get to rank 1. Because when you get to rank 1, you've just proven to yourself you can do our business, right? Because you can get to rank 1 in a week. What can you do in 10 years? The only thing separating you from the millionaires at rank 20 is time. It's only time. The rank 20s are doing the same thing you're doing at rank 1. There's no difference. They're knocking on doors, speaking to people. At rank 1, you're knocking on doors, speaking to people. You just got to do it for as long as they're doing it. And you can get to any rank in our business. And as you start to rank up, you see the first rank, you get 55 Rand on top of your return. but the rewards get much bigger and better. There's 20,000 Rand check, a 50,000 Rand check waiting for you. We've already got people down here, right? In the space of 2 years. Is 2 years a long time or a short time?
That's a short time.
A flash in the pan, 2 years, right? Goes like that. This is still early days, right? Tools that we give to our wealth engineers to help them connect more effectively. Fancy business cards. We speak about the importance of first impressions. These business cards cost us 12,500 Rand for one set. That's our cost to make them. Because when you sit down in a meeting and you put a 12,000 Rand business card on the table, people's impression of you, your credibility goes through the roof. People listen to you a little more carefully. They deem what you say to be a little more important, right? These are always tools to help you connect people more successfully. At Rank 9, we take you and your family to our Rank 9 International Conference every single year for the rest of your life. Business class flights for the whole family there and back, and it's all expenses paid trip for 7 days away at a 5-star luxury resort. So take a look at our last trip so that you can believe me. I want you to picture with your toes in the sand. Can you feel the warm sand in between your toes? Sitting in business class, the air hostess offering you some champagne, your children sitting next to you. Every single year for the rest of your life.
You've drawn a song to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark embrace. Cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
So that was our last Rank 9 trip. We are 9 sleeps away from our second trip. It's around the corner. The Rank 9 kids are getting all excited. The new Rank 9 wealth engineers are getting very excited. The guys who came on the last trip are very excited because they know what to expect. And this is available for everybody. We don't decide who can and who can't come. It's available for everybody. We don't take the top 10. We take everyone who qualifies. When you get to 1,000 products in your business, you come. Right? It's not a competition. It's you against yourself. You're not competing against anyone. You're competing against yourself. 2 ranks later, we spend R250,000 and we buy our wealth engineers a brand new car, cash in their name. So this has already happened for some wealth engineers. We've got a couple of wealth engineers on the brink of getting their cars too. No DuePoint stickers, no T's and C's. The car is yours. No debit order at the end of the month. You've got a paid off car, brand new, sitting in your garage. That's at rank 11. Our program goes up to rank 28. So this is early days. Early days, right? You can do this in 3 years. You can do it in 1 year if you wanted to. You decide. It could take you 10 years to get the car. It is up to you to decide, right? Remember, strategize the plan and how many people do I have to speak to. On Saturday, we've got our generators workshop. So the generators workshop is specifically for our rank 4s and above. So we have specially designed workshops for the rank 4s and above that start to focus more on leadership, accountability, really pushing those guys to get from rank 4 up to rank 9 and beyond. So we're doing on Saturday. Any of our wealth generators watching this evening, make sure you're tuned into that, or you've RSVP'd to attend head office. There is a massive announcement that we are making on Saturday for our 2019 strategy in this business. That's going to be very exciting. You will all find out about that in the intro presentation straight after the generators workshop. So make sure that you tune into the intro presentation at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning, because there's big news on Saturday with regards to this business. All right. And that's it, guys. I thank you for your time. I thank you for coming out to our head office, for tuning into the live stream. I know we are all busy, but I hope that this has been a bit of a revelation for you. We're a business that I said earlier hopes to achieve social impact in this country. We want to be part of the solution here in South Africa. The economy is going to take too long to sort itself out. Too long. There's a little bit of a Christmas present waiting for us next month, right? Petrol's going down, R1.80. It's going to be a short-lived Christmas present, right? The economy is not going to change in a long time. This is a business that doesn't have short-term impact. Our business has been designed for longevity in mind. We want to build relationships with wealth engineers that are prepared to sacrifice for this business in the long term. 2.5 years. We've been around for 2.5 years. In business for a bit more than 2.5 years. It is still a flash in the pan. And you can see what we've achieved in the last 2.5 years. I want to see what wealth engineers can do with this business in 10 years, in 20 years, right? We've already identified many wealth engineers in our business that have this massive vision for themselves. And it's been very exciting working with those individuals. But anyone can step up to the plate. You just have to make the decision that this is what you want and that you're prepared to work for it. That's all that has to happen. It is about attitude and nothing else. So that is my invitation. My invitation to you is to come join us here in this business called DuePoint. With all the support in the world, we take care of everything. You just take care of connecting people to our business. It's as simple as that. You can start building wealth in this business tonight. Tonight you could phone people and say, watch this link. I'll phone you tomorrow morning. It's as quickly as it happens, right? So there's my invitation to you. If you have any questions, come speak to me. Any questions online, just pop it in the chat. Carol's attending to the chat. I'm sure she'll be able to answer most of them. Otherwise, I wish everyone a very prosperous whatever's left of this year. How many weeks do we have? 5 weeks. 5 weeks left. And yet there's still opportunity left in the 5 weeks while everyone starts to relax, everyone starts to get lazy. We can still work and make wealth. So good luck. Thank you.